All right, that look a little better right there. That looks a whole lot better, man. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, like I said, man, we were talking about Carroll Fulmer, a Florida trucking company that had closed its doors this week, man, just yesterday. And I've been reporting on trucking companies closing all year long. I reported earlier that the Davis Trucking Company out of Florida, Stark, Florida, that's in the Jacksonville area, closing its door, and now Fulmer, Carroll Fulmer, closing their doors as well. And it making me, and I'm asking the question like, who's next? Who's next? If you've seen, this carrier right here, so y'all can see it. If y'all seen this trucking company, this trailer, the white trailer with the green writing, yellow accent, they've closed their doors. They have closed their doors. And over 400 employees will be impacted by the closing. And I'm wondering who's next because we're in a trucking recession at the moment. We're trucking is going through some things right now. We're on the downturn. Rates are down all across the board. Even, some of the places that I do advertise for, the rates aren't where they could be, where they used to be a few years ago. Even pre-COVID rates, they're just not there. And I'm asking myself, like, who's next? But let's go ahead and dive into some news that I've came up with that I think is interesting, that I think that you'll like. Read this news article. And this will be from Yahoo Finance. Shout out to Yahoo Finance, man. They do great work over there. And let's go ahead and read on through it, man. 400 truck operator Carroll Fulmer ceases to operation. Tuesday, July 29th, Carroll Fulmer Logistics, a Florida-based trucking company that has operated for more than 70 years, is shutting down. The carrier had 400 trucks, 1,700 trailers. 600 employees will be laid off as operations come to a halt. Skirt. The company plans to offer them 60 days of severance pay as it winds down. So 2 months pay. I don't know how much they get paid per week, but I'm just going to imagine that they get paid somewhere between 1,000 and maybe 1,500 per week over there. According to the Clermont Sun, which broke the story, Carroll Fulmer attributes its financial woes to a surge in lawsuits. Lawsuits, guys. That's it. And the challenges of the Great Freight Recession, the deepest downturn in the history of the freight market, which began in March 2022. The news may come as a shock On May 15th, the asset lender Gordon Brothers provided a $27 million line of credit. So in May, they took out a line of credit, $27 million. Yeah, sound like they took the money and run, huh? Let's go ahead and get this money and get on up out of here, man. Cut our losses. Carroll Fulmer is the latest victim in the freight downturn, but many more carriers will probably follow. According to channel checks by Freightways, many large private truckload carriers are running operating ratios above 100, meaning they are unprofitable and unable to service their debts. The same applies to some of the largest public ones. Heartland Express, one of trucking's stalwarts, reported a 106 operating ratio in the second quarter, while PAM Transport Division had a 112 operating ratio. So we're going to keep our eyes on PAM moving forward, and Heartland Express moving forward as well. Those are two trucking companies that we're going to have to keep an eye on moving forward as we push forward in this trucking recession. We're going to check out another news article. This is by CC Digital. 450 truck Carroll Fulmer shutting down. Reported by Claremont. There are many attorneys who make it seem easy to sue a trucking company. Fulmer told the news. Here we go. Many of these lawsuits are bogus, meaning that no injury actually occurred. But we still have to fight them and take a lot of the and that takes a lot of money. There we go. These payments cause people to lose jobs, businesses to close, and insurance rates to increase for everyone. We can't carry on. It's tiring and it's draining all the time. Sadly, we've had enough. I know I can't deal with this anymore. Philip Fulmer, one of the company's partners, told the newspaper that sustaining a 450 truck euro company business has been tough. All right. So we have not only the recession or the trucking recession that's happening, that's playing a part in the downturn, but also lawsuits. Let me tell you something, man. You got to have long money to be in this business right here. You got to have a lot of, you have to have long money to be in this business. And the one way that you can sustain yourself in this business is you restructure your employees. And I know trucking, for the most part, we want to be like, okay, it's a family operation. It's a mom and pop operation. We've had these employees for 10, 20, 30 years. They've been with us for 30 years. So that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. Over time, those employees become more expensive. Trucking cost and operations more expensive, while profits aren't quite there, razor thin. So what do? We need to cut costs. As a trucking company, we need to cut costs, and the number one way to cut costs is through cut employees, reclassify the employee. Many trucking companies are moving away from the W 2. Many companies, period, are moving away from W 2s, just to go ahead and keep it above. Those days of working at this facility, for 30 years, those days are gone. Those days are winding down, boy. As an employee with medical insurance, dental insurance, with health insurance and insurance for the kids, pension, 401k. No, no, no. Those days are long gone. What we're gonna do is hire you as an independent contractor, which ain't bad, right? Being an independent contractor isn't bad. You're as a 1099 employee, right? That way you can make more money on your end, but the taxes will be your responsibility, right? You pay your taxes. We're going to pay you. You pay your taxes because you're going to get straight pay. You're not going to get, you know, after tax settlement from us because we want all the money on our end. We're not going to pay any taxes on our end on your behalf. What we're going to do is put the liability on you. Some other liabilities that's going to be on you employees are your insurance and your benefit package. That will be on you as well. But most importantly, what's going to be on you is that when you're out there operating a truck or business and you hit somebody and you tear up some stuff, you will be liable. Instead of Carroll Fulmer taking the hit, it will be your trucking company that takes the hit. You're the independent contractor. You're operating that truck. You will take full responsibility. You are the boss. You are the master of your journey. And how they say over there at Prime Inc., you are the captain of your ship and the captain who will be taking the brunt of the lawsuits. And which is fine. Which is fine. I think most people they get into trucking business to make money, and they don't really think about the the repercussions of having an accident. Nobody gets into trucking like that, right? Like, no, they don't. So Carol Former closes his doors though. They closing their doors, man. They're calling it quits. Let's go to this Claremont Sun page. Groveland, Florida. Just get myself out the way. Groveland, Florida, the family run business that has been a staple in Groveland community for over 30 years, says it is a victim of frivolous lawsuits and the economy. All Carroll Fulmer's 100 Groveland employees will receive 60 days of pay. It's a sad day for us and for Groveland, said Fulmer. Sustaining a multifamily business is tough. And these last 4 years since COVID has been the worst. So man, just 4 years. It's crazy, right? Just to think that just 4 years past COVID, just 4 years. We're not talking about, 10 years, but just 4 years, man. And they like, you know what? This starting point right here is enough to make us close. Like we haven't seen enough money to sustain our business to be profitable since this point right here. And that's all trucking companies. Everybody is down. Everybody is down. We want to do right by our faithful employees, some who have been with us for many years. They matter to us. The company has was founded by family patriarch Carroll Fulmer 71 years ago and has been in the family ever since. With his brother Tony, Tim, Cindy, and Philip at the helm. In 1995, the company moved to Groveland, where it put down roots. Many of their employees from the previous location in Orange County followed Carroll Fulmer to Groveland and still work for them. Wow. So you have employees that moved with him from 95 to where they are now. We're in business, people. We're in business. And it's family as well, right? Family with business. The company owns and rents more than 400 trucks and 700 trailers. Is a major employee in this area. In recent years, Carroll Fulmer has been hammered with personal injury lawsuits, and some weeks their lawyers are fighting 6 to 8 at one time, with each claim more than 250,000. Wow, good God, man! So just to do the math off the top of my head, so just in the ballpark, you got 2 times 8. We're looking at what, 1.6, 1.7 million. Just for one lawyer, because it says lawyers. Man, mm-mm-mm. There are many attorneys who make it seem easy to sue a trucking company, said Fulmer. Let's blow this up, man. Make sure we can see that. There we go. Make sure we can see that. There are many attorneys who make it seem it is easy to sue a trucking company, said Fulmer. Many of these lawsuits are bogus, meaning that no injury actually occurred, but we still have to fight them and and that takes a lot of money. Man. So we got lawsuits on top of lawsuits, and these lawyers are fighting 6 to 8 cases at one time. Multiple lawyers fighting multiple cases. That is absolutely bananas. Sheesh. Like it makes you wonder, like there's no wonder why some of these trucking companies are moving away from employee drivers, right? Like they're switching over to from W-2s to 1099, and fuck it, they like not even 1099. Let's put the robots back there. Somebody's gonna have to be liable in the future. This is going to be real interesting to see how this really plays out in real time. Like we're watching it right now. Lawsuits, lawsuits, lawsuits. Fulmer said that when they added the lawsuit expenses to the poor state of the economy, Carroll Fulmer had no choice but to close up shop. We're in the trucking recession. Rates are down. Freight is down everywhere. On top of lawsuits, we feel the most. We feel the most for our employees. He said all employees will be paid 60 days of severance pay. He goes on to say, I hate that it come to this, but we have no choice. All right. This is crazy, man. Crazy, crazy work right there. Crazy work. All right. Carroll Fulmer closed his doors, man, after 70 years. A trucking recession on top of lawsuits. Lawsuits, man. Look, if y'all out there over the road, man, I want y'all to be diligent because some of these four-wheelers out there, y'all seen them. Y'all seen them stop short, man. They crazy out there in traffic, dog. And one thing that they're doing is they're chasing a payday. Be careful. Watch your mirrors. Slow down. Right? If the speed limit is 70 miles an hour, shit, fuck it, do 60. Go slower than the traffic. Because these people, they're trying to get you. They're trying to trick you out your spot. I'm gonna just keep it a buck, man. They're trying to trick you out the spot, man. And they're trying to get you. They see that big truck coming. You look like a walking lick. You look like a walking lick. Look. Tracy Morgan a few years back got hit by a Walmart truck. $100 million lawsuit, man. You are a lick. They see any truck with a big name on his trailer. Prime Inc., J.B. Hunt, Carroll Fulmer, Schneider. Give me another one. Knight, Swift, Werner. Those four-wheelers, they see that trailer, they see that truck. They know if you even tap them. You saw the paperwork. You just saw the news article. $250,000 right there. These four-wheelers, these people in these four-wheelers, man, they see you and they see a lick. You've been down the highway. You have been down the highway. You look up at the signs, and the signs, they have an advertisement for the lawyer. Hey, we are a collision lawyer. We chase big trucks. Be careful out there, man. You out here just trying to make a living for your family. You out here trying to make a living, trying to get to the bag, man, for you. You done set yourself some financial goals. And then some people, they look at you like, yeah, you know what? That's a sweet lick right there, bro. That's probably about 500,000 right there. 500. That's about 500,000 right there. If I could get them to swerve in my lane. No injury lawsuit. Let me tell you, man. These people, dog, they see you coming, man. Trust me, when they see you coming, they know that you a lick too. They know that you are a lick. Slow down, man. Slow down. Man, I think done got my blood boiling a little bit, man. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. So Carroll Fulmer, they got 400 trucks that's going to hit the markets, 1,700 trailers that's going to hit the market. And basically what I've been noticing, how trucking goes after the original owner dies, the CEO passes away or move on from the business. Basically, it's just a matter of time before the business close altogether, because whoever that the business is passed down to, they just don't have the passion, for trucking, for the business and the racket of trucking. They don't want to maintain business relationships. They don't have it in them to go out there and hustle to get new contracts and to manage contracts. They just don't have it in them. Whether it be the kids, whether it be siblings, these and that goes for any business as well, right? It could be a mom and pop store, it could be a grocery store, it could be a restaurant, it could be a lawn service, right? If it's not some giant conglomerate, and if it's like just a mom and pop operation with one location, maybe a few hundred to 1,000 employees, after the original CEO passes on, like this one right here, 70 years of business, it's just a matter of time, because the family doesn't want to maintain it. They don't want to put up with the grind of the business, because being in business is a grind. Being in business is a grind. You can always just man, I was just thinking to myself, man, being in business is a grind, okay? Small business, large businesses, I think it gets a little easier once you can scale it up to really large corporation and you got many businesses all over, right? But even though that is a grind, because you got to have the right people in place, and the company has to be in proper management. But the one thing that I've noticed, even on my end as a small operator, you can do everything right. I can do everything right all day long, and I could get somewhere, and it's the things that I can't control that sets me back. Carroll, Fulmer, no doubt, they've done everything that they could to keep the doors open. They paid well and paid great and treated people good, and you know, because they have employees that stay there for years and years and years. The article just read that they have employees that moved with them from the year 1995. To the new location, right? You can do everything right, and it's the stuff that you can't control that will set you back. It'll set you back, man. Lawsuits will set you back. Shit. A recession will set you back. Okay? All right, man. So as we wind it on down, man, because we're gonna go ahead and call it a day, man. We got 400 trucks that's gonna hit the market. 400 trucks. So that's 400 more new trucks on top of the trucks that Davis Transportation is auctioning off as well. Matter of fact, let's go to their website as well, Davis Trucks, because I think I saw something like they're doing something like an auction. Yep, Here it is. See, you gotta sell assets, man. You gotta sell your assets. Like, you know what? Let's go ahead and cut our losses and get on up out of there, man. But this right here is Davis Transportation. They closed their doors earlier this year. I want to say maybe 2 months ago, out of Florida. So that's another trucking company out of Florida that's closing their doors. Um, will trucking return to pre-COVID rates? I don't think so. I don't think so. So as you can see from my screen right here, you got a bunch of 2018 Freightliners, and these are the light duty trucks. Not well, I wouldn't say light duty. They're not local. Like they have the bed in the back, but they don't have the extended cab where you can, really stay out for weeks at a time. This is basically um regional work right here. So you have 2018 27,000, 2018 all the way up to 29,000. You have Volvos and Freightliners. You have a 2019 Volvo for $30,000. Man, look, the price of the brick is coming down. Man, y'all remember during the recession how much these same trucks were running you then? Double, sometimes triple. During C19, like during C19, these trucks right here would be 90K. 2019 Volvo, 31K, 33K. Yep. And all of these are Davis Transportation. So you got these trucks all over the place. Man, just 2 weeks ago, I had posted a picture in my neighborhood. Somebody was selling their Freightliner for 8,000. Yeah, it was like a 2016, 2017 Freightliner Cascadia for $8,000, man. All right, gonna have to go ahead and get up from up under some of these assets. Let's go ahead and get rid of it. All right, so until next time, man. Yo, y'all keep on trucking, dog. Hopefully, y'all can get a truck that suits y'all and hold it down, man. Um, we're gonna have to cut our losses, dog. Big companies gonna have to cut their losses. We're gonna have to readjust moving forward. Y'all let me know what y'all had to do to adjust throughout the pandemic. Y'all let me know, man. Leave a comment down in the comment section.